The Blueberry Hill and the Oak Forest Scenic Lookouts were developed this year. This is the base of Blueberry Hill, where waste containers were placed in the Minnow Lake Restoration Group colors. Both the Oak Forest Park and the Blueberry Hill were well utilized. Markings were established to guide hikers up both the Blueberry Hill and the Oak Forest. This is the climb up Blueberry Hill as part of the Blueberry Festival. And yes, indeed, there are blueberries on Blueberry Hill. It was up to the top.
Okay, now everybody give me your blueberries.
Alderman Dave Petrina. And a wonderful view from the top of Blueberry Hill. And the Waterview Apartments on the right, looking down towards Coniston on the left. And still, up to the very top. And from the top, you can see from New Sudbury through to 2nd Avenue, and as we mentioned, through to Coniston. Everyone was out
Blueberries there are here.
for the climb up Blueberry Hill.
Great.
And of course for the blueberry drink and the blueberry muffins as well too.
That's nice though.
Nickel refinery.
Is that right?
And of course a chance to talk to the Blueberry Bear and Mayor Peter Wong.
Look at that, the most picked on the climb, and that's after the hill's been picked over quite a bit. The blueberry.
A most successful event.
Thanks for participating. We'll get your shirts there.
Hopefully an annual event as part of the Blueberry Festival. And now a climb up the Oak Forest.
Really hardy souls. Frankly, I didn't expect more than half a dozen people to come in.
Dr. Dave Pearson taking one of the tours.
The area of the park right beneath the words Minnow Lake, just about the top.
Explaining the geological formations.
It's where it says Blind River area. You see where I'm speaking of? You see Blind River area on that?
3 actual climbs were made up the Oak Forest. Approximately 50 persons each time. All having a chance to look at one of the most unique geological.
This is one of the prominent ways that rocks break down in the Sudbury area. An excellent example here. This great piece has clearly come from the larger piece to my left. You can see the
unique geological area.
In it, in the larger piece.
And unique flora and fauna as well.
See how this one is a little open? That's opened by
Sheldon Lowe,
when water freezes, it expands by.
Who conducted the tours at Blueberry Hill, also took one of the tours up into the Oak Forest.
Over here, the lake.
Probably up over there.
I'm
sure they're
corner of the lake.
Ducks on the lake, and of course, from 50 to 100 geese on the lake as well this year.
All these little white pines around here. Sheldon would probably tell you.
We got here late. We didn't know he was talking.
The Oak Forest is currently in public land, and of course it's our recommendation that it be made into a wilderness area.
They're very common in rock around Sudbury. In fact, they're quite common in rock most places in the world. They're formed when steam, superheated steam, hotter than the steam that comes out of your kettle, because it's from the trees that are ahead of us, the ridge ahead of us, that this park gets its name.
This was Thanksgiving Day, and there are the oak leaves on the many oaks in the Oak Forest.
And in fact, this rock is chemically breaking down. It's so rotten you can break it with your hands. It's this process that releases, for example, potassium to the roots of plants. Quite clearly a rock.
It was a bit chilly, but everyone still enjoyed their experience in the Oak Forest. And of course the view is spectacular. Laurentian University in the background, Lake Ramsey.
I've seen some that are bigger than that, but generally speaking that's
Rocks and trees will make Sudbury unique.
Look for the smooth slope.
Signs north.
The direction that the ice came up. Find another one.
and picking a few leaves.
Two pieces of evidence.
There's Sheldon Lowe taking a few notes.
The event that produced the Sudbury Basin.
Here.
Oh yeah.
Second was they were all eaten by the bugs. There's lots of examples of there's lots of egg cases too for next year, so there'll be lots of bugs in here next year. Oh my gosh.
That's Sheldon Lowe.
We were on the other side of the water.
A number of duck ponds in the Oak Forest
Behind us is
area.
molten rock,
The finger you said.
and
Oh, that finger.
what we've been walking along is that finger of rock that was once molten, welled up a crack, cutting the park right in half.
Of course, the opportunity to climb.
We might even survive the winter without getting blown off.
Ours are always the last one.
Brown, see the brown color in there?
Here's the tin caterpillar's egg case.
Like the tannin in
So there are lots of Chilean egg cases around. So this tree will be
quite different colors from Maple over the sea.
Very often cliffs will form along the boundary between one rock type and another, and that I think is what's happened here.
The Oak Forest climb.
Well, at the very least, it's...
Our thanks to Dr. David Pearson.
Thanksgiving dinner. Well, have a good Thanksgiving dinner, and as you're sitting all there warm and comfortable eating your turkey, remember the Ramsey Lake conglomerate, huh? And remember how you looked for shadow cones on Thanksgiving of 1990. And congratulations to those of you who are pulling together the ideas for Minnow Lake and its parks and so forth. I think it's a super effort. If I can be of any more help any day, just give me a holler. I'll be there. I hope it's warmer than this.
And now for a look at one of our major projects, the installation of a monitoring station at the main storm sewer input into the lake. Brad Bowman, our technical advisor, driving the truck and supervising the installation of the shed, which was built by our Section 25 UI Employment and Immigration workers. Did an excellent job this year on the project, which was followed and monitored very closely by Sudbury media, both newspapers, print media, and electronic media as well. It took some work to get the monitoring station installed, including putting in an electrical service. It's heated at all times, and our workers were certainly up to the task. And the shed, the monitoring station, finally complete, putting our sign on the door, and just very recently installing the monitoring equipment necessary to record storm events. So that's it for 1990. A look once again at the park, installation of the ties, a lot of grass put in, a lot of cleanup, the sand that was installed between the walkway and the beach area. A very pretty park, visited by thousands this year. Water activities, and of course a look out from the Oak Forest, from the Blueberry Hill. Thank you very much for viewing our presentation.